Mm. Mm. No. Oh. 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 Hey. What's going on, guys? Zimster here with the new Conqueror's Blade video. We are going to talk about the Season 7. It's coming out in 2 more days, March 18th. And we are going to break down all the new features for the new season, the Vikings. Now, with that said, if you do like my content and you enjoy my channel, please hit that like button for the video and hit that subscribe button for the channel. I greatly appreciate it. But right now, let's jump into the details for Season 7. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and start talking about some of the things for Season 7. But really quick, I want to show you guys the new character selection screen. So it actually is Viking themed now versus being the Angolia front gate. So that is something cool to show off. I look forward to showing all the cool things for Season 7. There's so many fun things that they're bringing to the game. The new units, there's a new rune system. Let's just go. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and talk about the runes in Season 7. So the first thing you got to do is you got to talk to the War Scholar. He'll have a quest for you. It'll be at the top. You click on it and then it'll ask you to go to the Artisan, and then you have to complete a quest with him. And then it will open up to where you can go to the runes. So the runes are based off your seasonal levels, so let's go ahead and check that out. As you can see, this is the Season 7 seasonal screen menu, and in here you can see that right here you have the seasonal rune. Now I didn't get to unlock all of it because, you know, obviously you have to progress in the game. They only gave us up to level 30, so I can talk about all the different runes that we see up to level 30. After that, we'll have to see what else we can see. So, first things first, you come in here, then as you progress, you'll unlock different runes for different classes, different passives, and I'll show you how that works here in a second. So, for example, second trial is the first one right here at level 2. You unlock it. Now, you can see here there are different types of runes. You have epic, you have legendary, and then you have rare. There's also uncommons. So this one right here, it tells you it's for a helmet and its rune power is 4. But let's go ahead and read it. Healing can now be used while moving on foot, but its cooldown is extended by 30%. So it's actually creating passives for your heroes. So it's like having Doctrines for your hero, which I think is a really cool idea. Now, there are a lot of different ones. Like some of them are built towards, you know, classes. If we look at the third trial, I think there's some in here. Like this one's for Poleaxe. After the first strike of a normal attack, it grants invulnerability for 5 seconds. Can only triggered once every 30 seconds. That's actually pretty cool. There's actually some crazy ones in here. While in capture point, defense. There's a Maul one somewhere. Poison damage dealt is increased by 100%, but its duration is decreased by 50%. So it increases damage on poison for short bow. There was one from Maul I wanted to show you guys. I have to find it. Let's see here. Here we go. All right. So in the fourth trial, you can see here, Maul carry ranges increased by 20%. Like, what? Why? No. So Mauls are getting, you know, some cool stuff too. I am confused on this one, but hey, Mauls, congratulations. You get to be even more OP. So let's keep moving along here. There's a lot of different stuff in all of these. I would like to do a rune video. I will try to like go over these really quickly so you can see all the different types that there are. So fifth trial, you have, you know, Helm here, healing cures poison bleeding. You have so many. I'm gonna just keep going through all these so you guys can see them all. Just feel free to pause the video and just bounce between them so you can see them all. We're on the 6th trial. And after we're done showing these off, I will show you how you apply them. Keep going. Fearless and Steadfast, Nondachi, Maul, Earth Splitter's effective range. Okay. On the capture point. Okay. Poison arrow now fires 3 arrows in a cone-shaped area of effect. Neat. Okay. Keep rolling here. Blunt armor penetration. Sharp exit adds marksman effect for bow. Hail of Blaze now cannot be interrupted while casting glaive. Interesting. Okay. There's some odd ones, but there are some really good ones too. Movement speed is increased by 10% while at or okay. Okay. Long sword, short sword, and shield. Here. Black powder grenade area of effect is increased by 15%. Its cooldown reduced by 2 seconds for musket. That's actually pretty big. Let's go ahead and go into the 10th trial. Damage taken. Increase health. Poleaxe. Weapon dance. Not many use it, but spear. A short bow. Some people use Wrath of Artemis. I don't. Critical value increase. This is big. Crit value is pretty huge. Increases damage by 20%. It greatly increases the block damage value of Nadachi. Okay. There's some really good Nadachi runes in here. Stamina. Rain of arrows by bow. Killing a hero increases your damage by 3%. Okay. And then on the last one, 12th trial. Heat of battle now reduces damage taken by 20%. Okay. Neat. Okay. There's a lot of Hurricane's Edge no longer reduces damage, but the damage increase per stack increases from 2% to 3%. Not horrible. I'd rather reduce the damage. But Ironside's defense boost is reduced by 50%, but nearby allies take 20% reduced damage. So there's a lot of crazy stuff in here. Using fine gunpowder now reduces the cooldown of 5 rounds rapid and grape shot by 15%. Holy cow. Okay. So it's like trying to push you certain ways with builds, with the runes. So no matter how you play certain classes, certain runes will work better for you with certain skills. So that's something to take into consideration. I try to go over all of them. I hope I was able to do that for you. Again, feel free to stop, pause, and just go through each one. I kind of went through them pretty quick, but it's a video. The power of stopping a video and just checking it out. Go for it. All right, and that is all of the runes that you can get for next season. I don't think they're going to be changing anything. They didn't mention of changing anything. So they are tied to your seasonal level. So as you level up, you will be able to get all these different trials. So they did 12 trials. I'm assuming it's because there's 12 weeks in this season. That's my only assumption. Now let's go ahead and talk about how we put them on, right? So if you go to your hero, and as you can see on the right here, you can see your different armor. I actually am wearing the Desert Hawk set right now because they give us a bunch of free schematics, so why not? So I rolled all these different golden gear. Now, what you can do is you right click it and then you can set the runes on it. Now, the golden runes, let's say, yeah, we'll just call them golden because that's what tier 5 would be, right? Your tier 5 rune or your golden runes are worth 4. Now, your rare or T3 runes would be a rune power of 2. And then, epic would be 3. And then uncommon would be 1. Just so you guys know how that works. So you can only have up to 6 rune power per item. So if I took this off, it gave me 4 back, right? And then I could do something like this, and then I could do something like this. So it can add up to 6 is how this works. And then you can change the item you're looking at. If you have other items, you can go ahead and take a look at your helmet and add powers here. Just, you can do two of these. These are actually pretty good. You're going to have to mess around with it. There's going to be a lot of cool combos, and I would love to hear about the different combos that you guys come up with once the game comes out with the rune system. Love to hear about it in the comments, or maybe some of these you've noticed and like, oh, maybe this combo would be cool. Definitely leave a comment about it. I'd love to talk about this. This is something really cool that I wanted to really go into for this video. Even though I'm going to be talking about all the new features, this is by far the biggest feature for this season. and I look forward to experimenting with this. So this is the rune system. So you can do the weapon and the armor and the helmet. So you can do the three types here. So you can have up to 9 runes throughout all your items. Now, the way you do that is up to you. That is the rune system. Again, love to hear your comments about it. But let's go ahead and jump into the next thing. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and talk about the unit challenges, how to unlock them. Let's check out their veterancies and some of their unit traits for the new units. Now, first one that there is the Sons of Fenrir, and this one only takes 2 stages to unlock. So you unlock it on the 2nd stage, and then you get the Wolf Doctrine on the 3rd stage, which increases slashing damage and penetration by 50. And then the last one is a Wolf Avatar. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at their stats. So these guys actually start with 6k health. Not bad for a T3. Let's see here. Their leadership is 170. Their slashing armor pen, 840. They actually have some blunt damage too. And then normal slashing damage, 1.1k. Now, these guys have like scattered formations because they're like untrained soldiers. So they have like these scattered, dispersed formations. Their defense isn't horrible either, a little bit under 300. Now these guys for unit traits, they have this unit has an agile and has a high resistance to range damage. So they're quick and they have a buff towards range units. Featherweight, minimum weapons armor allows the unit to move quickly, which I have seen these units. They do move fairly quick. They're Northlanders, so the leadership value is decreased by 10 during the season. Undisciplined, this unit fights like a mob, unable to adopt formation. So as you can see there. So for their unit orders, they have Wolf's Leap. And you can see this in a bunch of videos where they actually jump over things. It works most of the time. If it's moving fast enough when it makes contact with the enemy unit, the unit will leap over the enemy. And then they have Beast. The unit gains a temporary buff to the damage it deals. Every time you kill an enemy during a period, the cooldown time of Predator will be reduced. And Predator, for a short time after the skill is used, the unit will continue to move at a high speed and will enjoy high resistance against range damage. Okay, so they're really designed to like run out, kill range units, and maybe come back. I don't think they're really designed to fight infantry. They're designed to fight range units. Now let's look at their veterancy. I'm gonna scroll through these. You can like pause it, look at what each one is. But I'm just gonna go ahead and go through each one so you can see. So the top, you get a bit of slashing damage. The leap cooldown increases health. Each more slashing pen, increases range resistance, increases piercing defense, beast cooldown by 2 seconds, and then on the end here, each attack on the enemy increases slashing damage by 5% and movement speed by 2% for 5 seconds. The effect can stack up to 3 times. Now on the bottom tree, you have health, you have slashing pen, predator's cooldown, 2 seconds there. Times 3. Each level increases slashing damage, increases beast damage, gives beast an additional bleed effect, so you can cause bleed damage with these guys. Each level reduces Wolf's Leap cooldown by 3 seconds. Using Wolf's Leap triggers an additional predator effect. Lasts 4 seconds. Not bad. Okay, so those are the 2 veterancy lines for them. I just wanted to share that with you guys really quick. Now let's go ahead and talk about Berserkers. Berserkers also will have the they will be the T4 for the season, and they will they're 10% less leadership and 50% less resupply. Now these guys take 3 stages to unlock, and then on the 4th one you get the Berserker's Doctrine, increases health by 360, range damage is reduced by 50, and then on the last one you get an avatar. And then in here their health is 14.2k. They have really high health but very low strength. There's only 8 of them to start with, so there's that. Their leadership is 235, so kind of up there, not crazy high, but they're all slashing damage. They have fairly decent defense. They have 437, so right around 450 plus is what they got. And for unit traits, they have Rage. This unit builds up Rage by fighting, which then powers its other skills. So the Rage is like a meter. So once the Rage fills up, you can use other abilities like Frenzy, which is is by far their best ability. And then right here, Berserkers can go into a frenzied state if they are in a combat long enough. This greatly enhances their attributes, but renders them uncontrollable. So they do get like a wild berserker style going with frenzy. One thing I recommend to get your rage meter to go faster, definitely XV them. I did some testing with them. If you're hitting V with them, they will attack faster and their rage will fill up even quicker. So definitely check that out. Let me know what you guys find out about that and feel free to leave a comment. Battle Madness. Each time the Berserker launch an attack, their slashing damage is increased by 20 points and their damage resistance increased by 5. Lasts for 4.5 seconds. Can stack up to 10 times. So their resistance can get really high and their damage. Upon reaching 10 stacks, Berserkers recover HP, which I have seen this and it's really cool. They will just start gaining their health back. So something to think about is how can you get these stacks to go fairly quick. So for their unit orders, they have Odin's Charge, which it's not like you can point and charge them. They have to be close to something and then they'll charge. Kind of like how Devastation works with Lao's. If you know how Lao's Devastation works, same idea. Like once they're close, they'll like attack the nearest thing. And then they have Berserker Assault. Berserkers swing their axes quickly and unleash an area attack while consuming a small amount of rage. Berserkers also get 4 stacks of High Spirits. Still haven't figured out what High Spirits are. I don't know what that is. They haven't defined it here. So I'm not sure if it's just miscommunication. But and then Frenzy is, like we said, it's when it takes significant less damage, inflicts more damage, and is immune to crowd controlled debuff. So they can't be CC'd once that happens. And this will kill heroes very quickly. If they just end up on the hero by itself, they will destroy them. So definitely check that out for killing heroes. Let's check out their veterancy really quick. So they are a heavy slashing. So each level increases slashing damage with 3. Slashing pen. Cannot be stunned by ordinary attacks while using ordinary attacks. Okay. And then each level increases health. Each level increases range resistance. Upon using Odin's Charge blank, it doesn't tell us. Each level increases slashing damage and slashing armor pen. Each level increases movement speed up to 30%. That's kind of huge. Having that much more speed can be a big deal. Increases the number of enemies each soldier can attack with a single normal strike by 1. And then the last one, when Frenzy finishes, the unit will immediately recover 2,000 health, which is pretty cool. It helps with their sustain. They actually have a decent sustain if you can get them, if you can get enough defense on them to where they can keep sustaining. They could probably fight forever. So bottom is each level reduces Odin's Charge. Each level increases range resistance. Rage is increased by, not sure here. They haven't clarified what's happening here. Each level increases slashing armor pen. Increases Berserker's assault damage. Each level increases Odin's Charge. Increases slashing damage. Rage is increased by something here. And then we have increases frenzy damage by, we don't know. But I'm sure all this will be sorted and you will know when they come out. And these guys will unlock, it says in 12 days. So I'm guessing 10 days after opening. But these timelines might not be right. So if this is accurate, it means that it would actually be 10 days after the 18th. So that would be the 28th of March. So we'll see. All right, let's jump into the Shield Maidens. They are actually really cool shield wall units. They are going to be the T5 this season. Leadership costs and resupply costs. You can see that there. So on the 4th stage, you can unlock them. And then on the 5th stage, you get more XP. And then the 6th stage, you get an attack doctrine. Reduces their charge cooldown by 5 seconds. Okay. And then you get a Shield Maiden's cartoon avatar. Now, one thing I want to say about their charge, we'll talk about it here. they can charge into fortibraccios head on into pikes and win that battle. They can absolutely beat stalwarts too. So definitely check that out. One thing that I noticed with them is they have issue with cav, which seems like all infantry do. But they did bring out some other things in this season called a new unit trait called Swamp. I'll probably mention that towards the end of the video about some of the buffs I've noticed. So that stuff we'll talk about towards the end. I'll have a little section called buffs and nerfs. All right, so in here, let's talk about Shield Maiden's attributes. Health, they start at 6k. Piercing armor pen, 1.2. They got a little bit of everything going on here because they do have a shield bash. So when they're in these different formations, we'll talk about this. They definitely have a shield bash, and it works 100%. It's a lot like Imperial Spear Guards. If you're Imperial Spear Guards, you're going to be a huge fan of these beautiful ladies. Now, their piercing defense and slashing defense, all that is looking really good, pretty high. They can defend very well. Now, let's talk about formations. They have a block formation, they have a shield wall formation, and they have a shield formation. All of these work very well. The ones I noticed that are really cool is the shield wall and the shield formation. They will turn around in their formations. If something gets to the back side of them, the unit will turn and attack them. It's not like paladins or like where they're stuck in their formation. They're actually dynamic to where they actually rotate, and they will attack stuff that's attacking them from behind also. So they don't have a back weakness. So staunch defenders, this unit is excellent defense, making it ideal for blocking enemy advance. Damage taken is also reduced. This unit carries spears and swords. Yes, you will be able to switch between a sword and a spear when using these. And blocking wielding swords improves attack capability. They also stay in formation while switching weapons. Stand firm, takes less damage from cav. They still get heavy damage from. So don't let this confuse you. We had Armiger Lancers charge them, and they could not stop the charge. So, yeah. So I'm disappointed too. But leadership value is decreased by 10. Yes, Northlanders. All right, so let's talk about the unit orders. They have Freya's charge. And this you can only do when you have the sword out. You can't do this when you have spear. So just remember that. You'll have to switch between your sword and your spear, which is going to be your number 3 ability. And with that, you're going to want to be in sword in order to charge. Their abilities change for whatever they're using. All right, so that's that. And then triple strike, wielding swords, the shield. Yeah, so they have like this like shield bash attack thing that they do when they're in the sword, when they have their sword out. Now, they also have cover commander, but that's only when spear's out. They don't have cover commander when they have their sword out. Okay, and then they have guardian, which allows them to guard a point. And this is actually a really strong formation, and it gives them some kind of defense boost and a boost to whatever's in that area. So keep that in mind. If you want to defend something, you're going to want to use this. And this is when they have their spears. So that is the Shield Maidens. Let's check out their veterancy really quick. Now, with their veterancy, let's go through this really quick. Health, increases movement speed, increases piercing defense, increases block. Vanguard cooldown by 3. Each level increases health by 3, increases piercing damage by 3. Each level increases blocking recovery by 20%. This is going to be probably pretty popular. Each level increases slashing defense. Each level reduces Freya's charge cooldown. Okay. Increases blunt armor penetration while wielding spears. Okay. Increases, we're doing bottom line now. Increases blunt defense by 3%. Each level increases slashing. Each level increases block break during triple strike. Each level reduces Valkyrie's touch cooldown by 3. Each level increases slashing armor pen. Each level increases movement speed. Each level increases health. Triple strike cooldown 2. Each level increases slashing damage by 3. While wielding swords, the unit slashing and piercing armor pen is increased. So the top line is more built towards their spear, and the bottom line is more for their sword. So it's up to you what you're going to go for. Maybe you can do a mix of the two, but definitely you're definitely gonna have to sort out which way you're gonna want to go. All right, so that is all of the unit challenges. Really quick, I'm just gonna go over the challenges. There are 12 weeks of challenges, just to put that out there, just so you guys know. That will start obviously March 18th. All right, guys. So another new thing that they brought to Conqueror's Blade is avatars. Like same thing as like Discord avatars or maybe Steam. So now they have avatars in Conqueror's Blade, and also I believe they have a contest going on for that too. Definitely check out the Conqueror's Blade website. You should find information on it there. Now, just to take a look at it really quick, you go ahead and hit the P menu, your character menu, and then you can go up to this top left area by your name and your level, and then it will show your avatar, but you can also change it here. So here's actually a big list of all the different avatars you can get. This is starting to remind me a little bit of like a League of Legends vibe, where you can change your little avatar or minion. So there is a lot of different things in here. You have different designs, you have logos, you have images, you have people. A lot of things going on here. This one's actually kind of cool. I'll use this. So that is how you change your avatars, and that's where your avatars are going to be. You should have a default amount of them. Like you will have different avatars you can pick from in the beginning. So it's not like you have to get all of these to start using them. It does default with a bunch of them. And I believe in the battle pass there are a few, which we'll talk about here shortly. And you can also change the framing. So I guess you can unlock this. And it tells you how you can get it too. There's a lot of different framings that you can get from like for members of Regional Monarch's house, for members of the Henchman's house, okay. Premium account, Lord Commander of your local Imperial Legion. So a lot of cool stuff. Reaching Grand Champion in rank battles. So some of these actually define how good of a player you are too. So the avatar is starting to build an image behind your, how well you play the game too. Not bad, not bad. So that is the avatar system. All right, so let's talk about campaign of season 7. Now, as you can see here, this is the beginning part, the Baron's War. It looks like you can start in Asteria or Andalou. And then you will be pushing into Ungaversia in the next phase, as you can see with the arrows. It also tells you here on the right, only Andalou and Asteria are accessible until the border forts open, at which point the territory war will begin in Ungaversia. So this is from March 18th to April 5th. All right, next part of this would be Heart of the World, which is going to be April 5th from April 26th. It looks like you will be able to, the border forts will open for Borderlands, and then you can go for the Borderlands. Territory War now encompasses Ungaversia, Andalou, Asteria, and the Borderlands. It tells you right here the time and everything that'll open. And then the next part would be the Chaos Spreads. Feasts in Ungaversia give more influence this season. The Territory War encompasses Ungaversia, Andalou, Asteria, and the Borderlands. So just continuously fighting amongst all the open borders. And then the next phase is going to be Usurp the Thrones. So that's May 17th to May 31st. Let's see here. The Territory War encompasses all of them. Angolia and Regionopolis can now be captured. The bonus influence for Ungaversia does not count in other regions. I'm just reading this stuff out loud so you hear it. Maybe it'll register if you're like asking yourself questions later. So I'm just trying to give you all the information right now so you can start. I want you guys to start planning. Territory Wars in like literally 4 days. So like people need to start planning for war. So I want to give you as much information as possible. So Imperial Dawn, the last phase, will be May 31st to June 14th. So the end of the season's around June 14th-ish. And then let's see here. Yeah, it looks like this is when you will go and fight for Torovoros. Like the main objective this season will be Torovoros. The two side campaigns would be Angolia and Andalou. There will not be a Conquer City. Unfortunately, a lot of people want to do Conquer City. I know, and I'm with you. They did not bring Conquer City back for this season, but hey, well, hopefully next season. Fingers crossed. All right, so that is everything. Main objective is Torovaros this season, so keep that in mind. All right, guys, one thing I wasn't able to do last time I got to test Epic Doctrines was actually take a look at all of them. So I'm thinking I'll just add it to this video and you guys can see all the Epic Doctrines that they have so far. I'm going to go ahead and like click on each one, and then I'll also zoom in so you can read them. You can see all the different Epic Doctrines that you can get. And also I'll do the rare ones also, so you just have a whole list of all the Epic Doctrines. All right, so first one is Siege Fire Doctrine. Increases damage inflicted in sieges by 100. You have the Open Ground Doctrine. Increases damage inflicted in field battles by 100 for all units. Reduces food consumption by 60. Logistics Doctrine. Healing Arts Doctrine. The unit can heal anywhere in the world at any time. Next one is Labor Doctrine. All units increases labor by 0.05. Epic Assassination Doctrine, which this is new. I have not seen this. Increases damage dealt to heroes by 115. The effect changes to increases damage versus heroes by 13% if it's the Empyrean units. Okay, so that's still a thing, but that is different. I have not seen Epic Assassination Doctrine. And then you have Epic Battle Line Doctrine, increases damage dealt to units by 125. So this is like breakthrough. Okay. And then right here we have the Epic Mobility Doctrine, increases movement speed by 15% for 8 seconds. And then you have a Sword and Shield Infantry. Epic Sword Doctrine increases slashing damage and slashing damage and blunt damage by 70. Okay. Interesting. Oh, for the charges. That makes sense. And then another Sword and Infantry. Epic Sword Doctrine 2 reduces charge cooldown by 20%. You have increases charge damage by 180, the Epic Sword Doctrine 3. And then you have Epic Sword Doctrine 4 for Sword and Shield Infantry. Increases piercing, slashing, and blunt defense by 150 for 10 seconds. Isn't this the same as the Ironsides? Yeah, unlocks Ironsides. All right, and then you have Epic Polearm Doctrine. Increases piercing damage by 80, penetration by 120. And then you have Epic Polearm Doctrine 2. Bracing weapon stunts enemies. This may only be applied to units with brace skill. So like Fortebrachos, Imperial Pikes, stuff like that. Halberders. Let's see here. Epic Polearm Doctrine 3. You can add charge to polearm units. So Epic Javelin Doctrine 1 increases javelin damage by 180. You have Epic Javelin Doctrine 2 increases piercing damage by 60, piercing armor pen by 180. You have Epic Javelin Doctrine 3, and then this increases Javelin's block break by 200. And then, let's see here, Epic Spear Doctrine increases block by 400. Jesus. Okay. And then you have Epic Spear Doctrine 2. Increases block by 250, increases block recovery by 200%. Then you have Epic Spear Doctrine 3, increases slashing defense by 100, piercing and blunt defense. Let's see here, reduces damage taken by 30, the Epic Spear Doctrine 4. Then we have Epic Spear Doctrine 5, restores 150 health every second for 10 seconds. You have increases weapons range by 5 meters for Epic Archery Doctrine 1. Epic Archery Doctrine 2 increases piercing damage by 100, increases piercing armor pen by 50. Epic Archery Doctrine 3 increases ammo by 50%. Epic Archery Doctrine 4 increases piercing damage by 100. Epic Archery Doctrine 5 unlocks arrow rain, deals 65% of the unit's base piercing damage with each hit. Crossbow Infantry increases ammo by 25. Epic Crossbow Doctrine 1. Epic Crossbow Doctrine 2 increases damage by 50. Armor pen by 200. Epic Crossbow Doctrine 3 increases rate of fire by 23. This is huge on Pavis. Epic Crossbow Doctrine 4 increases shooting accuracy by 20%. Again, really good for Pavis. Epic Crossbow Doctrine 5 fires 2 bolts per shot for 8 seconds. Cannot be used with focus fire. Cooldown 60 seconds. A random marksman with this doctrine gain a passive ability enabling them to launch 1 more arrow with each shot. Okay. Epic Arquebus Doctrine 1 increases shooting accuracy by 20%. Epic Arquebus Doctrine 2 increases rate of fire by 16%. And then we have Epic Arquebus Doctrine 3 increases slashing defense, piercing defense, and blunt defense by 50, and increases health by 100. That's actually pretty good. And then we have Epic Melee Cavalry Doctrine, and this will increases damage dealt to infantry by 150. Then you have Epic Lance Doctrine, which this one was huge in the Epic Doctrine box that you got from the F4 quests. So increases charge damage by 225. That was huge for Hussars. And then we got Epic Lance Doctrine 2, reduces damage taken while charging by 40%. Epic Lance Doctrine 3 reduces charge cooldown by 10 seconds. Epic Mounted Archery Doctrine 1 increases shooting accuracy by 50%. Epic Mounted Doctrine 2, when shooting, there is 10% chance to fire flaming arrows. Okay. Epic Mounted Archery Doctrine 3 reduces enemy movement speed by 10% for 3 seconds. And then we have Anti-Cavalry Doctrine, increases damage versus cavalry by 120. This is for sword infantry, polearm infantry. This is actually pretty good. Okay. And then we have Archer Firearm Infantry, Sharpshooters Doctrine. Increases damage against heavy shield units. I have gotten this for my Arquebus. Let's see here. Increases damage against heavy shielded units, Spearmen, and Pavese Crossbowmen by 350. And then you have Resist Arrow Doctrine. Now, reduces damage taken from arrows by 100, increases damage dealt to range units by 100 by cavalry and melee infantry. Now, you have your Assassination Doctrines, you have your Breakthrough Doctrines. It looks like they all the same rare doctrines, so nothing's changed here. I'm not going to go over all those, but I wanted to go over all these epic doctrines. There's some really good ones in there, and I just wanted to take a second to go over all of them. It was a lot to say all of that, but hopefully now you guys know all the different doctrines that are in the game. There are some new ones that aren't even in there yet, or maybe no one's gotten them yet. If you have, please leave a comment. Like, let me know some of the doctrines that you're using that you absolutely love. I would love to hear about it. And that's Epic Doctrines. All right, guys, let's talk about the Battle Pass for Season 7. So, starting from level 1, one thing that they added this season is a milestone marker here at the end. Obviously, you still have the top is Battle Pass, the bottom is basic rewards. Of course, I always recommend getting a Battle Pass. You get tons of good stuff. It's definitely worth your $10. Just putting that out there. With that said, let's go ahead and see what you get. So one of the big things you get is this attire right here at level 1. It's a wolf attire. It actually looks pretty good. I like it. A lot of different fabrics going on here. Wolf pelt, all kinds of stuff. So let's go ahead and jump through this. So at level 25, let's get to that. You get some attire or emotes here. What else do you get? So everything is blades now. You do not get hero tokens or any special name type of tokens for the season. You get blades. So if you saved your blades from last season, I'm pretty sure they actually come over to the new season. So hopefully you saved them. All right, so you have blades as your seasonal currency, and I mean obviously you got all your other stuff. So at level 25 you get this Berserker banner, and then the next milestone would be the Tears Warband unit attire. So let's take a look at that. Anything else right here? So this is a it also comes with a mount attire with it for your unit, so you can put this on cav or you can put it on a basic infantry or range unit. And then at level 55, which I'm shocked this isn't a milestone. I guess you don't see it because at level 50 this milestone, it's right here. So you get an epic barding schematic here. Of course, I highly recommend getting that. And then you have another mount here with the weapon box. Let's see here. And then you can get one of the weapons. We will look at these at the seasonal store shortly, so we'll wait to do that. You'll be able to pick a seasonal weapon attire. from this box, which is called the Wolves of Ragnarok weapon box. And then you have this horse attire that you can get at level 72 also. So 72 is a pretty big milestone. And then after that, you're going to want to keep pushing along to get to, is it? Yeah, so that's the horse. And then the next one you're going to want to get to, next milestone. What's this? You get a folk dance. Okay, so you get another emote here. It's a dance, which isn't bad, not bad. Better than the shake. I'm not even gonna get started. Let's all right, so Odin's attire is right here, the last one. This one's actually pretty cool. I like this. You got like a tealish blue cape. I have a purple bow right now. But yeah, I like this attire. Very sexy, very Viking. You can't, should you say sexy and Viking in the same sentence? Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, they're badass, right? So now everything is blades, guys. So there's no two different types. You're just collecting blades at this point. It goes all the way up to 300, I believe. Yes, it goes all the way up to 300, and you can get a title. Warlord of Valhalla. So let's jump into the seasonal store now. Now, these are all the weapon skins here. There's some more on the other page, so we can take a look at them really quick. Let's see. You can take a look really quick. This is the Crow Feeder's short sword and shield. I like the chain effect. It actually looks kind of cool. I like the design. They got a little bit of teal coloring here. Let's take a look at the glaive. I'm not going to say the names I can't pronounce, so I'm just going to be like, this is the glaive for the season. So here's the glaive. There's some neat designs going on in the metal framing here, so that's not bad. Let's take a look at the long sword. More chains. It has a wolf on the front. Some more teal coloring going on here. The framing's pretty cool. I like the framing too. It looks pretty realistic. Poleaxe. This is a lot like the other ones. They always do some kind of cool design inside the poleaxe, the axe section. So, oh, you can't really see it. All right, so you can see it here a little bit. Let's check out spear. This doesn't look bad. That's a giant spear. To me, that looks huge. But all those spear players definitely will be getting this. There's a cool little, the triangle symbol on the framing here. That's pretty neat. What else do we got? We have the Nadachi, which just looked like kind of like a normal sword at first, but I mean it's a giant Nadachi still. As you can see, it has some kind of writing here in the blade. I thought that was a nice touch. And then let's take a look at the musket, Gunhilda musket. Now, the musket's so plain. I wish they would do a little bit more with it. The framing's not bad on the bottom, but the wood texture look to it just kind of, I don't know. It kind of drives me away because it's just looks so plain. I wish there was a little bit more color going on here. Some more blacks, grays, whites, something. Give us something more here. But the handle is cool. I'll give them that. And then you have the longbow, which also kind of looks plain, but I like the design on the handle section. That looks kind of cool because it looks kind of like blades coming out of it. So I think that's neat. And they have the curls at the end of the bow. And then you have short bow. This has like crows at the end. Yeah, it looks like it has crows. Nothing special, just like a normal wooden bow. And then you have your dual blades here. These actually aren't bad. I like these. They have a different shape. I think they look cool. They have a nice little design inside the blade. I'm not sure what the framing is exactly. Maybe a crow again. And then we have the hammer, which has like a Odin, like Odin's mask or something in the center. It's kind of neat. I don't know if we can see it. Yeah, there's like, as you can see right here, Odin's mask or face. And then some, Celtic symbols on the sides. I mean, it's all pretty decent. I just don't like the plain brown look on some of the stuff, but most of it looks all right. And then here's the Unit attire, or the unit attire that you can get from the battle pass, or you can get with blades. And then here is the mount that you can. Now you will be able to get season 3 reworked skins, so you will see all of these here. So all the antiques will be here. Let's go ahead and take a look through them. Got this guy right here. This is your short sword. That sword is actually kind of cool. I like the blue opal in there. Is that what they would call that? So let's go ahead and take a look at the glaive. I like the chain. The chain definitely adds appeal to this. Design's not bad either with the framing. Longsword. Vespas. Oh, that's a slick little design. I like that. Definitely reminds me of season 3. Season 3 was a really good season. Let's take a look at the poleaxe. See, the poleaxe didn't have crazy designs on it on this one. They just went for like a sharp looking poleaxe. I mean, there's some kind of texture on it. Can't really see it, of course, because why would they do that? I wish you can like zoom in and out here. So next would be spear. This spear actually had a lot going on. Let's see. I think this is the spear I got. No, actually this isn't the spear I got. But it's definitely neat. There's a lot of designs going on here, a lot of colors. I like that. Some people are definitely going to be looking at that one. The Nadachi. See what we got here. Oh, look how giant that thing is. Holy shit. This looks way too straight, though. It looks way too straight to be a Nadachi. But it's a Nadachi from the obvious reason it's super long. This, like, barber pole where the handle's kind of neat. But, I don't know. It looks like a normal sword. Let's take a look at this musket. Ooh, okay. So you see how they added like some like teal like colors that pop on this? Like, see, this I would want to get. This is something I would want to get because of the colors. It just looks nice. It has a nice orange barrel. I'm not sure what this is at the end. It looks like an eel. What's this? What's the face here at the end? I don't know. I like this though. I probably will get this musket this season. Overall, the rework looks pretty nice. What's next? We have the bow. Let's see what this thing looks like. I mean, there's a lot going on. It's kind of bulky, but you know, you got the yellow tips on the edge. It kind of look like sharpened bones. Then you have some kind of mask here. Not bad. Not really my style though. Looks like something out of Overwatch or something. Let's go and look at the short bow. Same kind of thing, kind of bulky, has faces on the two sides. The yellow. Oh, let's see here. I don't know what's on the edges here, but it's not bad either. Not a huge fan of these. Let's take a look at the dual blades. Oh, these aren't too bad. I like the coloring on the inside. Very snazzy. Then Maul. So this is the skin I got from season 3. I got the Maul skin. So they reworked this a little bit. The original is like gold. This is like more silver or something. Looks like it has more silver or something going on here because the one from season 3 originally is like way more gold. So they kind of, I mean, all they did was change contrast on it. Let's be real. Oh, and then they did bring back the Forza Bruta hero attire. This was a really popular attire in season 3. You have the Phoenix Aura. This was a big one. You had all kinds of attires from. Oh, the Fortebraccio. Like I remember the Fortebraccio one. Unit attires. Yeah, a lot of people were using this on monastics. I remember that. A lot of people were using these on javelins. A lot of people just, yeah, this was a really popular javelin skin with the mask. Then you have some of the season 3 stuff in here, or season 2 stuff still, the shaman. So they have all kinds of stuff. And then you have your normal schematics. You have treaties, obviously for epic doctrines. And then powdered silver, gold dust, XP cards, personal history, large coin box, and experience. So some other things to note about the seasonal store is seasonal 3 antique weapon attires have been added to the store, which you guys saw. Season 2 antique hero and unit attires, which were available in Season 6, are now full price, so they're a little more expensive. In Season 2, antique weapon attires have been removed from the seasonal store, as you saw. And challenges 12 weeks long. All right. So besides that, the only thing I would say is that the challenges in season, I think I mentioned this before, but the unit challenges in season 3 have been reduced. You will see right here it says reduced difficulty. So I just want to make sure you guys know that, like, doing these challenges here, they will be at a lesser difficulty to unlock these units. So if you haven't unlocked these guys, I highly recommend focusing on getting, honestly, all of these units are really good. I would get every single one. Also, Maul I think was already reduced, so no more Maul players. No. Maybe Maul is reduced also, but definitely the unit. So check that out. All right, and that's all I got. That is the Battle Pass and Seasonal Store. Alright guys, we're getting towards the end of this video, but really quick I want to mention some of the extra things that are going to be in season 7. Now they are going to have a new map. I'm not even going to try to say this, but they will have a new map. It looks like it's a siege, so I didn't get to check it out yet. Not enough people are on for me to try to play this. I do want to try to get some footage of this. I mean, also the season starts in like 2 more days, so I'm not really worried, but this is going to be available, so definitely check out the new siege map. Besides that, the weekly quest is slightly different. Like all this is a different type of menu. When you go to L, it just has a different look. It looks actually a lot nicer. They have everything kind of all in one versus the way it used to be, so that's something I also noticed. Some of the other things to note is that heroes and units are definitely getting nerfs and buffs, and they are going to announce all of that in the patches. I have noticed a few changes. I'm not going to say anything yet. I want you guys to just read the patch notes. You will see that there are going to be a lot of changes to archers. You'll see some changes to some of the blunt infantry units. You will see changes to crossbowmen. So with that said, definitely check out the hero changes too. They always make little buffs and nerfs here and there just to try to work on the balancing. Hopefully they get better at that, because I feel like balancing has been a slight issue for the game, but at least they're doing something. So thank you, My Games, for taking initiative to change it every season. Besides that, I do have a lot of clips and whatnot for testing units. I'm not going to put a video out there for testing units because I want you guys to test units too. Like, we can show you what we tested, but honestly, at the end of the day, I want you to get the units and experiment with them. You know, there might be things that we didn't test that you might test. And so I don't put test videos out there. I just do the stream where you guys can see it and whatnot. So definitely catch my streams if you just want to see some of the new things going on. My videos, I try to go off like foolproof stuff, like 100%, like this is what it is. So yeah, on that note, I'm gonna get the hell out of here, maybe go eat some more ice cream, who knows. Thank you guys for watching. I hope it's not too much information at once, and of course, if you like my videos, please hit that like button. If you enjoy my content, please hit that sub button. I greatly appreciate it, and it helps encourage me to make more videos. All right, you guys are awesome. Stay amazing, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.